Hi, welcome back to these Advent Reflections. We're on day 6 of our adventure. And thank you again for joining me with looking at the genealogy of Jesus and how God has worked in and through the people who led to the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ. Today we're going to talk about Jacob and his adventure at Bethel. As you recall from yesterday, Jacob had stolen the birthright from his older brother Esau and received Isaac's blessing. And as you might imagine, Esau was a little bit upset by that. So at Rebekah's suggestion, Jacob decided to flee to Rebekah's brother Laban in the far north country. He left in haste, so that means he didn't have the usual means to support himself during this journey. He didn't take camels of supplies. He didn't take servants to set up tents. He didn't take tents. In fact, at Bethel, where he stopped, he had to use a stone for a pillow. But something very fascinating happened to Jacob at Bethel. He had a dream, and he dreamt of a ladder that extended from earth up to the high heavens. And on this ladder were ascending and descending angels. And when he awoke, he said to himself, "I had no idea that God was in this place." He had an encounter with God. This wily and conniving character who stole the birthright from his older brother, stole Isaac's blessing, had an encounter with the living God. And so he called this place Bethel. El is a name for God in the Old Testament. Beth is the Hebrew word for house. So he named this place the house of God because that's where he encountered God. Jesus refers to this event, this dream of Jacob, in the first chapter of the Gospel of John. Jesus thought this was a significant event, for when he had encountered Nathanael, who had been under the fig tree praying, he was brought to Jesus by Philip, and Jesus said to Nathanael, "Behold, here's an Israelite who has no guile." Making that a little contrast with Jacob. And Nathanael replies, "You are the Lord. You are the Messiah." And Jesus says to Nathanael, "What? You believe because I told you I saw you under the fig tree? Believe me, you will see angels ascending and descending on a ladder from heaven to earth." What an encounter Jacob had with God. What an encounter Nathanael had with God. This occurred in at least for Jacob, this occurred in kind of a retreat, you might say. He had fled from what he had known, his family, his security. He had no means really to support himself. So for Jacob, this was kind of a retreat. He left behind everything and was dependent upon the Lord for everything. And so we can ask ourselves, why or what is it in my life that is a barrier to the encounter with God, to encountering Christ? Is it noise? Do I fill my life with noise, like music, which can be good noise? Television, that can be good, I guess. Screen time. Oh my gosh. How often do we fill our lives with screen time? And all of that can be a distraction. Do I need to take a break, to do a little fast from screen time, to make space in my life for God? Maybe it's something else. Maybe I eat too much. Maybe I'm on the couch too much. Maybe I like to hang out with certain people too much. What is it in my life that is right now the barrier to encountering God and to encountering our Lord Jesus Christ? And fast from that. See you tomorrow.